decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Up next, it's our main event between the Baltimore Ravens and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Their own 23-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10, it's Henry. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Pistol snap to Jackson. This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Again to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now,
trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his 1st time out. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On him quick, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. From the gun, Jackson. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Flying down the middle of Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Catch made. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the second. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And this is brought to a stop at let's say, the 34-yard line there. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. So Reed, they'll hand off to Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
4 yards on the pickup.
This is Henry on 2nd. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after a 2nd-yard gain. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Real quick.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Lamar's going to keep this one. He gets loose down the right side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Rolling left, buying some time. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Headed out right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. Big gain downfield. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, you're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made and turned it into a significant gain.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. On 1st down, Jackson buying some time right. Right back to Flowers they go. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
First down, here's Lamar. He rolls to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Ali to return it. This makes it up to the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And this one is launched downfield. Toward Flowers, it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Ravens get him. Down he goes. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. He's got it at the 30. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and themselves. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Well, now how about this return? And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you wanted to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
It's a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Play action. It's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 58 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Throwing is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Andrews' first catch, good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. A gain of 12. And the Ravens.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
3rd and goal, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And Jackson going to run again. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Here's Jackson.
at the 36.
A short one there, caught by Likely. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They go play action now. Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game. 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half It didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Jackson going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Taken down back at the 18.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Shifts by him. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 23, here's a second down and 9. To throw is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get it behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Jackson going to keep it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. On his loop for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This now a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They go play action with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe, you move on to the next.